Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming out today for this important event. Today, we are kicking off Morris County Counts 2020. I want to thank our County Complete Count Census team for their hard work over the past few months, and thank all of our census partners who are here today. The census is a once-a-decade effort in which every household in Morris County will be asked to answer a short series of questions either online, on paper, or with a person who comes to your door. It is vital for our county that we get a complete count of our entire population. People from every town, every community, every race, religion, and nationality in Morris County. That count will be the basis for our policy making and planning how much we get in federal aid and the size of our congressional delegation for the next decade through 2030. That's far away. I'll be older. Getting a complete and accurate count of the population is critically important to Morris County. An accurate count will serve as a basis for fair political representation and play a key role in many areas of public life. Most important, federal funding. Census totals will help determine how much money our state, Morris County, our 39 towns, and our nonprofits will get from the federal government for the next decade. Last year, our county and partners received $2.7 billion. I'd like to turn this over to Freeholder DiFilippo, please.
Thank you. I also want to thank everyone for coming out today and to stress the importance of the 2020 census. And there are some key factors. The state population will be used to reapportion seats in the House of Representatives. We need to make sure that New Jersey gets its fair share of representation in Washington, D.C. Planning, data for the census will inform a wide range of government, business, and not-for-profit decision-making. Emergency response. Detailed population information is critical for emergency response in the wake of future disasters like Hurricane Irene and Superstorm Sandy, and perhaps we should be adding now. Business and jobs. The census count can determine where businesses and industries locate, where they open stores, where we bring in franchises, set up headquarters, all of which can create jobs and income for our residents and tax revenue to help pay for our government services. Getting a full and accurate census count is vital to ensure that Morris County gets its fair share of federal dollars for important programs and services, such as housing and child care, education and community health care, senior and disabled transportation, senior and student meal programs, road and bridge projects, public safety and law enforcement. That's just to name a few. And back to the director.
So today, the Morris County Board of Freeholders and our partners in Morris County's 2020 census efforts urge residents in all of our 39 municipalities and from every walk of life to fill out the 2020 census. Please make sure that Morris County counts. I'd like to turn this over to Assistant Administrator Dean O'Leary to introduce our census partners.
Thank you, Freeholder Director. So I just want to give this group, our Complete Count Committee, who you'll hear from in a minute, a lot of credit. We actually initially thought we'd be meeting every other month, and as we realized how much work there was, they were willing to meet monthly. And I think we're finally starting to see the results of that work effort. So I want to bring your attention to all the swag that's around. Some of it is from what we created in-house. Let me start with what the U.S. Census has provided, and I want to acknowledge Marvin Joss, who is right here. Marvin Joss is our U.S. Census Partnership Specialist, and he's been extremely helpful. He actually came out with me the other night to Randolph to give them a breakdown of what's going on with the Census 2020 initiative. So he brought you the fans, the lip balm, and all the posters that are outside of the room, especially for the organizations that are here. Feel free to take some of any kind that you feel like is best for your organization, because we have lots of them, and put them up wherever you can. You also have at your seat, and there's extra copies up here. We have the Census 101 flyer, some statistics about that money that Freeholder DiFilippo was talking about and how that's distributed. Also, the bookmark is the first thing. So that was the first thing we printed that is a county product. And actually, Phil Berg from Maine is here, and our library director, Darren O'Neill, and we had a blast with all of the libraries are putting it in every resource that's checked out. And that's not just the county library, that's all of our libraries. Sharon Yu has been working extremely closely with all of the nonprofits, making sure that they know what resources we have available. We have laptops for them. This is also the municipalities. Laptops, we have snacks, we can print whatever they need, all stuff I've told you about before. And then I also want to acknowledge Christine Marion and Joe Barilla. They never knew that they were so good at designing things like banners and lawn signs, and, but they're doing a terrific job. And also Jamie, who's behind the camera, is about to blast our social media campaign, so thank you for that. So I also want to acknowledge Kelly Doucette. She's attended our meetings and is representing Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill. And at this point, I think I want to turn it over to Isabel Alcott, who is a member of our, actually I think the vice chair of our Morris County Planning Board, and she has willingly served as the chair of this complete count committee. And I just want her to introduce its members and give those nonprofit members just a bit of time to speak, which is going to be over at that microphone actually, right, Jamie, or is this okay?
It's all good.
It's all good. Okay, this is okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Having spent many years, say many decades, involved with Morris County, I'm very proud to have been asked to help this effort. But as you all know, the heavy lifting is being done by Dean O'Leary and Christine and Joe and Sharon Yu, because they are the bulwark of this effort. So please give them an extra nod, because they're going beyond the call of duty to help us launch this effort. And as the directors have said, this effort is all about power and money. And that sounds kind of crass, but the fact of the matter is your representation is power and money is power. So in 2016, the state of New Jersey received $22.7 billion to redistribute. And as was noted last year, we had $2.7 billion to use for various efforts. So this is big money, and we're working hard to get the word out. And I would like to introduce several members of the committee who are here. Rose Brown from Mental Health.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. It's good to see you guys again. I'm from the Mental Health Association of Essex and Morris. I represent the Morris portion of the MHA, and we really work with the hard-to-count population. People who are, seniors, homeless, individuals that are, in their home and not getting out, and people that are mentally ill, they don't read their mails or get involved, and so we actually provide all of our service in the homes to these individuals. So part of our effort is making sure that for the thousands of people that we serve throughout Morris County, that every single one of them are counted, because a lot of those individuals do get subsidized housing and other government benefit, and so we want to make sure that we pull down all the funds that we can from the federal government to our local community. So that's all the efforts that I have here. We have in local efforts at our own agency, where we're utilizing the laptops and also the food, to bring people in, to make it more enjoyable for them to participate. So we're doing everything that we can to make sure that this works for our county. Thank you.
Thank you.
I might mention, and I'm sure it was mentioned at other meetings, but we really appreciate the fact that the county decided to apply for the grant from the state of New Jersey. $100,000 is very, very helpful in this effort. And it was an arduous task to fill out that application, but it was well worth it because the money is being well used. So thank you for doing that. Okay. Dorian Restrepo. Did I say it right?
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dorian Restrepo from Morris County Organization for Hispanic Affairs. I would say thank you to all of you, and thank you so much for the county committee to invite us to be part of this big effort. So as you know, our organization is serving more than 12,000 community members in Morris County. So we need every single dollar from this census. Those numbers that's going to be the census is very important for us too. So our community need all these programs, and that's why we are putting all the effort with the census and all the people who is involved in this project. So we are providing we're going to provide some kiosks. We already do a job fair because we need bilingual people working in our community, so people can feel more comfortable talking with somebody in the language that they feel secure to speak. So we are putting all this effort, kiosco, job fairs, and information tables for those who have questions about the census. So we want to let everybody know that the census is safe, it's easy, and it's important. And it's very important for our community. Thank you so much. I will probably say in Spanish too, in case that we have some people that want to understand everything in the language that they feel comfortable. Gracias a todos por este esfuerzo, por estar acá, y gracias al comité de Morris County en poner todo el esfuerzo para que el censo en Morris County sea un éxito y todas las personas sean contadas. Nuestra organización sirve más de 12,000 personas cada año con los programas que tenemos, y es gracias a esos dineros que el Estado reserva para la comunidad. Gracias a todos, y estamos trabajando muy fuerte con el censo para que las personas que tengan preguntas se sientan tranquilos y puedan ir a nuestra organización y hacer las preguntas, que sepan que el censo es fácil, es muy importante y es seguro. Nadie va a tener ningún problema y su información no va a ser distribuida para nadie. Es una ley del gobierno de proteger toda esa información. Entonces, por favor, hagamos esfuerzo para que todos seamos contados en este censo y que nuestros programas puedan seguir. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Thank you. Okay, and next we have Shade Cronin from the Zufall Center.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm from representing Zufall Health Center this afternoon. We will have assistance for the census in all of our sites in Morris County. That's in Dover and in Morristown, right here on Atno Avenue. So we will have technology in all of our sites to help people complete the census, and staff as well to assist them. We have also assistance bilingual, both in English and in Spanish. Again, like Morris County Office of Hispanic Affairs, we serve a lot of hard-to-reach populations in the county. We have trust with those groups in the community because we've been here a long time, about 30 years this year. So we, again, will be there, and we're happy to help anyone in the community, whether they're our patient or not. They're welcome to come in, and we'll help them complete their census. So we appreciate being a part of the committee, and look forward to serving the community. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, and now we have Zulie Tamaris from Homeless Solutions.
Good afternoon, I'm Zully Maris from Homeless Solutions, and we are the largest shelter provider in the county. We provide homeless shelter, transitional housing, and affordable housing, and we just recently opened a women's center. So we have a lot of homeless people that we work with, and we're making sure that everyone gets counted, because we need the resources, we need to be able to continue serving the hard to reach populations and the more vulnerable citizens of our community. Thank you.
So that you can stay up there. And actually, the other committee members, if you could come up.
Just
Yeah,
a little
sure.
bit. So I want to thank all the NGOs for coming today. I know you're busy people and we really value your input and are enjoying working with you because you're so enthusiastic. So thank you so much.